We're back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return this video, smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel, and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Wish Stock, ContextLogic Inc., WISH stock, and it's actually sitting sideways, right? We're seeing that consolidation that I've talked about, but we're also seeing some weakness here, like it wants to pull back and retest certain lows. So we're going to look at this in just a moment. But before we do, I would like to share with you guys the 2 home runs of the day that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord. They turned out to be spectacular. Let's jump into that, and we're going to get right back into it here with Wish Stock and everything about it in the charts and what to expect moving forward. The 2 home runs of the day were spectacular, guys. Even after the S&P 500 index pulling back and looking pretty red in the overall markets, we managed to find 2 opportunities that turned out to be home runs. And if this is something that interests you, I would like to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So here we are with PMCB. That's one of the stocks we were watching this morning. GLG was our worst performer, giving about a 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% jump. And then we were watching GRVI. So let's go ahead and see these charts and how these turned out to be home runs. So PMCB turned out to be one of our first home runs, and we caught this one pretty early on in the pre-market when it was consolidating. It started to run in a matter of 30 minutes. It was up 50% plus, and within an hour, it was up to a highest point of 70% plus, and the highest point of the day was 100% plus, guys. This was phenomenal for a Wednesday. And our other home run of the day was GRVI. We caught this one in the pre-market after pulling back, sitting sideways, had a slight pullback right back to those lows of the pre-market in the opening bell, and took off to a highest point of 30% plus in a matter of minutes. It was less than 15 minutes that this all happened, and the rest of the day it gave small jumps of 5 to 10%, 3 to 5%, but this was phenomenal. If this is something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Wish Stock, ContextLogic Inc., and it's sitting sideways, as I stated earlier, that consolidation here. And this is super important because every time it pulls back, it has bounced off the 650 range, right? Our 52-week low, based off of what we see here, is 657. And if you point here in the chart, it says 657. Your brokerage could be off by a few cents or whatnot, but this is pretty close to 650, right? I've talked about how important 650 is, a support there to watch. If it gets broken through, it's important to watch it between 650 and $6. And when this actually started to pull back, as we saw it, and it was fighting to get back up, I've stated that this could go towards $5, right? Worst case scenario based off analysis price targets. That's the worst price target that's been given to Wish Stock currently, but if it reaches it or breaks through it, it could be an opportunity that's becoming even larger, because all the price targets above where we're at right now, which the highest right now I think is 19 or 21, those high price targets were actually downgrades from higher price targets. But the fact that those price targets are still up at those levels, it could signify that there's an upside potential here, right? A lot of investors as well are expecting a short squeeze at some point, because the amount and the percentage of short shares daily is pretty big, guys. That is something to be aware of as well. But here we are with the stock sitting sideways, trying to show strength, and it continues to pull back. So it's going to be important right now. Our support level is the lowest point that we've seen in the 52-week range, and that is 657. That needs to stay above it and bounce off of it if it goes towards it, and not break through it, because then we're going to see new lows, right? And the reason why we need to expect new lows is because of that low price target. And even though it's there, doesn't mean it has to reach it, but it is something to be aware of. So if it does break through this new low here of 657 and goes below it, 650, and then between 650 to $6. But to the upside, the first point of resistance that needs to be broken through is the highs of today, and that is right here, 706. And you can see how volatile this stock jumps up, comes down, kind of goes into weakness, consolidates, jumps up again, and then goes into weakness pretty quickly. And the reason why it's jumping up pretty quick is either because there's investors, big whales, actually scalping this real quick. I'm not sure why they would do that. Or they're loading up the boat and other investors are selling out at those levels. But there's investors right now at these key levels like we saw here on Friday and we saw here yesterday and today, that we see those small bounces loading up in this zone because they see potential or they're averaging down from where they started. So do keep that in mind. So that first point does need to be broken through the highest point of the day, 706, and then the next point is up here at 730 for this to continue pushing upwards. And the highest point we saw Friday, 786, is significant to get towards $8 and continue to push up higher. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.